This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to our show, Heartbeat Live. I'm your host, Roy Orosa. Magkakapiling tayo rito. Hopefully to be able to discuss some of the great issues facing our life today. Naharap natin sa buhay, and it involves the whole country. Ang kasama ko dito ngayong gabi po, na dati na naman nating naging suki dito yan, and we've had him as a guest here for several times. Wala na pong iba kundi si Dr. Ben CARALDE, yung founder at presidente po ng Bantay Bayan Incorporated. Na he has been following the course of events on a almost daily basis tungkol sa bayan natin at saka alam niyo kung ano, yung CPP-NPA. Hindi ba totoo na outlawed na yung supposedly ang grupong yan?
Yeah.
As a terrorist organization?
Actually, that was the time of President Ramos, former President Ramos.
Oo.
The repeal of the Republic Act 1700.
When they
The
decriminalized membership in the CPP-NPA.
Yeah.
Well, some of the people that are around here, of course, regret that that was ever done.
Yeah.
You know, how can you talk with somebody who is creating havoc in the countryside? And of course, eventually, when the moment gets ripe, di siyempre, lalabas na sila ng countryside, pupunta na sa mga urban areas. Diba? Bahagi ng kanilang strategiya yan. Okay, so ngayong gabi pag-uusapan natin, ano na nangyayari sa usapan ng gobyerno tungkol sa CPP-NPA at saka yung peace talks kuno. At tapos, ilang beses na nagkaroon ng, hindi ba, ng ceasefire agreement na binabiolate naman ng CPP-NPA. Even the most recent ceasefire agreement, binabiolate nila.
Yeah.
Now, ano ang mga implikasyon nandito sa ating bayan? Kasi ang estimates dito ng AFP na there are only about over 4,000 members of CPP-NPA. Sa tingin mo, Dr. Ben, is this accurate or a very biased estimate?
Actually, as far as their strength is concerned, in our almost 30 years in this counterinsurgency problem, we could see that they have multiplied. What is the perspective there? During the time of former President Kore, there was the release of about 517 political detainees. So after that release, mostly OIC, during the time of Kore, there were a lot of OICs. So those who were elected as, appointed as OIC were actually the left-leaning group from the provinces. No? So during the time of former President Kore Aquino, actually they multiplied. What is worse there is that during the time of former President FVR, the first law that was signed was the legalization of the Communist Party, the repeal of the Republic Act 1700. So legal na po ang kanilang tinatawag na struggle, hindi yung armed. So parliamentary naging legal na. But during the time of former President Ramos, actually the intelligence community parang ang nakita nila, very effective ang ginawa ni Ramos dahil the Communist Party itself, the hierarchy was divided. There was a rejectionist faction and the reaffirmist faction. The rejectionist faction was headed by Juma Sison, and the rejectionist faction was headed by Popoy Lagman. So reaffirmist kay Juma. What happened there is that it produced a dual united front. Before,
Naging dalawa ang mukha.
before it was only NDF, the National Democratic Front. So Popoy Lagman organized also the Kapatirang Anak Pawis. So nagdalawa na yung united front nila. Organizing all sectors of our society, it become a force multiplier. So yan ang nakita naming nangyari sa under the people's
So tingin mo mali yung having decriminalized the membership in the NPA or the CPP? Na mali yung policy na yun ni Ramos?
Yun ang angikuan. Ang armed struggle is still illegal. But what is the important thing there is their parliamentary struggle, their united front. It become a force multiplier. So, kung nakita natin sa any revolutionary struggle, ang dictum dyan is, pin is mightier than a gun. So, this NPA will never actually thrive without this must be support. So, yan ang naging problema ngayon sa ating society. So, dito naman sa...
Ano yun? Mula nung panahon ni FBR, walang ganong pagbabago, mas lalong nagiging matapang?
Lalong nag-worse ang senaryo.
Okay.
Because
But isn't that, can we not also kind of infer here that the problem that, the reason it's very difficult to deal with it is because there are really two factions within the communist movement here.
Yeah.
Yung kama nga, yung affirmative and rejectionist. And that is like a breach in their own leadership. Yung breach in the leadership of on a national basis at saka yung mga regional and local groups na hindi sila magkatugma, hindi sila magkaintindihan. Because I remember that there was a time in the past, no, that there was a real struggle within the ranks of the CPP-NPA that was spoken of this way. Where should the leadership of CPP-NPA come from? Should it come from like sa UP, or should it come in the field? And the people in the field felt discriminated upon. Na yung mga nanggagaling sa mga universidad, ang tingin nila, sila ay mas magaling at mas makisig kaysa sa dun sa mga indigenous leaders that grow up in the provincial areas. So, to me, I would see that as something of a weakness on the part of the CPP-NPA kung divided na ganun ang... Because the issue here is, how do you negotiate with the national leadership that cannot make the local people follow? Hindi ba yan ang nangyayari ngayon, Doc, na, magkakaroon tayo ng ceasefire agreement, ibabiolate naman at the local level?
Yeah.
Anong assessment ninyo doon?
Well, actually, itong sa matawag nating revolutionary struggle, actually, hindi naman talaga kontrolado ng higher-ups yung lokal, no? Kasi dito naman sa local level, dahil nga doon sa nakulimbat nilang mga forced revolutionary taxation, no? Na makita natin, hindi naman yan revolutionary taxation, pero extortion talaga yan. Ang daming pira. So, any organization, pag maraming pira, may gulo talaga yan.
Pag-aagawa-gawan yung pera.
Wala na yung ideology nila dyan eh.
So what are you saying? At the local level, pera lang yan?
Pira-pira yan.
Hindi ideolohiya?
Never.
I guess that's to be expected, no? Ang pera talaga kasi parati sumisira sa napakaraming tao.
Ang ideolog, it's only 0% ang ideolog dyan.
Okay, let me ask you another question, maiba tayo ng konti. There were so many sit-ins that happened many years ago.
Yeah.
katakot-takot na sit-in yan, kasama dyan ang mga madre, mga pare, mga religious people na nagsisit-in sa mga maralita. Is that still going on?
What's that?
Is it still going on now?
Yeah, by all means. Under the People's Protracted War Strategy, that is just the same issues. Actually, ang ginagamit diyan are all valid, legal, legitimate, and popular issues. Pero the objective there is just the same. How to topple an existing government. What worries me now is that because of this protracted war strategy, because actually their main objective there, tatlo lang yun sa kanila eh. Strategic defense, strategic stalemate, and strategic offense. So, itong tatlong mga programa nila, isa yan is join the government to destroy the government. And that is part of history already because they are now within the government.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you saying that now there are quite a few communists that are occupying positions of authority within the government?
Actually, yun nga sinasabi ko, sa ideologue side, it is only 0.%. But many were deceived. Yan ang hindi nakita ng mga tao. Kasi under the communist strategy, they have this stages of recruitment. From a mere patriotic, democratic leaders, ma-transform ka into revolutionary. It will take you about 5 to 7 years.
Okay.
So,
yun ang training phase
medyo
nila.
ang kinatakutan lang namin ngayon, these people who graduated already, who already is communist ideologue, they are now in government.
Question.
Yeah.
Is their presence now bringing our government to a critical phase that it might not be able to control the activities of these people who are now in government?
Yeah, what worries us now is that because naka-mindset na po sila yan. May program na yan eh. Ngayon, they are now with the government. So, anong program yan? Join the government to destroy the government.
You think that is still their objective?
That is their objective.
So they join the government under false pretenses.
Yeah. Like for example,
How to throw obstruction on the tracks of progress of government.
Kasi what is right now happening is we have this ceasefire. For so long a time.
Wala tayong ceasefire agreement ngayon.
Sabi ko nga nung araw, itim pang buhok ko. Ngayon pumuti na, nandyan pa rin ang ceasefire.
Oh.
Ang hindi alam ng tao, this is a strategy, one step backward policy. Now, they are now on the process of this two step forward policy. Using government resources.
Okay.
What worries us now is the present situation. Ako, personally, I'm from Mindanao. Bantay Bayan, we have more or less 5 million members nationwide. When Mayor Duterte actually filed his candidacy, all-out support kami.
Before you go ahead, kailangan daw tayo ng ilang paalala. So don't go away. We'll be right back with Dr. Ben.